Okay, everybody that sees this video, on my Facebook page, I just posted a article of a war hero, John Hagan. Now his son, you've seen him before, is sitting right here with me. He asked me to Google to see if I could find his dad's memorial on Google, which I did. So I just posted it. So if you see this later, it's on Facebook. But that's John Hagan. Now this is Bill. Bill's a friend of mine. That's Ray in the back.
Hello.
I just
How y'all
came
doing?
up. But Bill, tell me a little bit about your dad. We just put his. And were you surprised that I pulled it up fairly easily on Google?
No, I haven't seen it in a while, but every time I see his picture, it makes me smile because
Yeah.
he was a real Rambo.
Yeah.
And he taught me to pledge allegiance, and he told me, hey Bill, when he went to get the hostages out of Laos in 1978, like a real Chuck Norris, you know, and I knew he knew he wasn't coming back, and he said, Bill, you pay attention. You always do what you say, and if you dig a hole, you dig a good hole, and those things that get you through life right there.
Yeah.
And he taught me to work hard, and I used to cuss him because he made me work, but he was now I'm always the best worker because he taught me. He knew life was hard, and I needed to know how to work.
He made it on that memorial that we just looked at because of that rescue operation, the
Yes,
one
sir.
in Laos.
Yeah, he got the medal for that one.
Okay.
And he went in 1967 to Vietnam as a private in the Marines, and he took over a company in battle and led them in the battle, and they made him a second lieutenant.
Yeah.
And then he went back 2 more times, and he won chests full of everything that would make a General Green with envy.
Yeah.
And then the last time in 1978, he went to get the hostages out.
Mm.
And that was the last time. But he died like he lived. He was a soldier, and he loved the United States of America because it's the best place in the world.
Yeah.
You know, everybody kind of takes it for granted, but we're blessed to be here.
Yeah.
And those veterans that stand in the gap, they should be treated good.
Yeah.
You know, we love you veterans. In 1980s, they did a survey, and 1 out of 3 homeless men was a Vietnam veteran, and that shouldn't happen in the most powerful, best country in the whole world.
Yeah. Do you know one of our friends that you might? I don't know if you know. Do you know Casanova?
Yeah.
Okay, Casanova. You know, he's also a veteran, but he was in. I never asked him, and he doesn't talk much about whatever experience he had. But one day, just sitting with him, and he listens to conservative radio and stuff. But he told me he was in the Tet Offensive, which is, you know, one of the.
He had 2. He was in. This is a Vietnam veteran right here.
Ray, you're a Vietnam veteran.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I was there after we were pulling out, so
Okay.
I didn't see the bad part of it.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was over in Cameron Bay. We were called the Goals. We used to go pick up remains and ship them back to the state.
Okay. There's a lot of, I have, you know, I have Casanova I just mentioned, but there's others. Bobby Johnson, I don't know if he saw action, he might have. But you know, some of my friends over the last few years that you've seen, I've commented on it before. I said, but it's really sad because there's veterans that are homeless.
And they should be. This is the United States, the most powerful country. We should build big, giant apartment complexes in all the big cities and say, veterans, we love you. This is for you.
Yeah.
Because we can give billions of dollars to people that hate us, but our veterans, they stand in the gap for the people. And they believe in it. And they go in as 18, 17. I went in the military as a 17-year-old kid, and I pledged allegiance, and you couldn't tell me nothing bad about America, and still can't, because today, you see this big box of free groceries? I got that. That's what we fought for.
Yeah.
That's what America's about. You can't do that anywhere. Don't take it for granted.
Yeah.
You got to be involved in your government, in your life, and our founding fathers are smart, and they gave you rights, and that's what we pledged allegiance to, and that's what my dad fought for.
Yeah.
In
When did he die, Bill?
1978,
Did he die in the famous rescue operation?
in the rescue operation.
Oh, okay. How old was he?
He was born in 1945.
Okay.
78.
Oh, so it was in that operation. Did they get any of in the Laos operation, did they get anybody out in that one?
No, they were shot down over Laos because
Okay.
they were running all the missions through the UN, and they had Russians and Chinese, and so
Yeah.
everything we were doing, they knew about it. They wasn't letting us win.
Yeah.
If you want to read about the Vietnam War, there was a Secretary of State named McNamara,
Yeah.
and he wrote a book
Yes.
called In Retrospect. That's a very
McNamara,
good book for
yeah.
people that are interested in how we lost 58,962. people, young men that believed, and look out for your veterans, America.
Yeah.
Look out for your vets because they stand in the gap.
Yeah.
They love, they love their country, and they go and they stand in the gap. Those Rangers, they got 3 Ranger battalions, 1st, 2nd, and 3rd, and they've been and during Afghanistan and Iraq, they were in constant rotation. And there was dudes that were deployed 15 times. 15 times they went to combat to stand in the gap for you. So don't only thank them for their service, make sure they're all right.
I could talk a little, but I'm not going to. I'm going to let. No, don't be sorry. I noticed if I go shorter, when I preach or teach, I go 30 minutes. I'm going to keep it. No, I'm going to let this be what we did just now, and eventually I'll have Brother Ray share a little bit more. But one verse at the end. I think it's John 16. Jesus said it. Greater love has no man than this, that a man will lay down his life for his friends. You are my friends if you do what I command you to do. And so I'm gonna, please, those of you that see this later on the other video sites, if you see it, go to my Facebook page, and I did post Bill's father's little memorial on that Facebook. And it was neat that it came up when he told me to Google his dad's name. Of course, there's so many names, but it was like the first or second one down because of his history. Yes, what he did.
He was
so
a real hero.
Thank you guys. Thank you, Bill. And I'm gonna end it so people will watch this.
Cool, yeah.